Hey guys, welcome back to Paneer and Pancakes, the podcast where I, Vaaruni Joshi, an Indian teen in the USA, share the highs and lows of high school life and dual cultures. So grab a snack, get comfy, and let's dive right in. Okay, so if you couldn't tell, this episode is centered around my favorite season, autumn. Woo, I'm so excited. Okay, and if you call it fall, that's literally insane. Please get help. However, for the sake of this episode, I will be committing the crime of saying fall simply because it's shorter. So, as I've been saying to literally everyone around me, I'm so excited for fall this year. Summer is not my favorite by any means. It's hot, it's humid. You can't go outside for most of the day because of the heat and the humidity. And I can't do spring. If you know, you know. I have the worst pollen allergies in the entire world. And I do have fall allergies, but I don't know. I just love fall. Like everything turns to red and orange, and the weather cools down, and then you start wearing sweaters. Oh, I wore my first sweater this week. I know, monumental moment in the season. I was literally telling everyone I saw that day, like, guys, I'm wearing my first sweater. So yeah, shout out to my favorite brown sweater. It's so comfy. But that's off the topic. Oh, and my fall playlist has been out of hibernation for several weeks. I'm actually slightly embarrassed to admit it. I had it out since like the last week of August. I've been listening to it nonstop. And my fall wallpapers are up. That happened September 1st, I want to say. And it's been getting colder out and it's been rainy. Oh my god, I'm basically living for the autumn spirit. Yeah, and I am not accepting opinions on the matter of the best season at this time. It's fall. Please check in maybe like 100 years to see if my opinion has changed. I don't think it will. Yeah. So anyway, as you can hear, I'm literally so excited for fall. I'm in the whole autumn spirit, if you will, but we all know what comes with the aforementioned autumn spirit. It's, drumroll please, the fall semester, of school. Yeah, and I'm not a hater of the fall semester. I want to make that clear. I actually find it more enjoyable than the spring semester. Like, the spring semester is absolutely horrible. Like, AP exams, and, like, you're just overall done. Just in general. And, like, January and February are, like, the dullest months of the year. Like, nothing even happens. So, yeah. Point is, I love the fall semester. Like, the new year is so exciting. And everything is counting down to the end of the year. And, like, we're just in the home stretch. It's like the last couple months, and like it's just so pretty and aesthetic. That might just be like a skewed perspective because of my fall Pinterest board, because that looks way better than the fall I have every single year. But you can't stop a girl from hoping. This year will be the year of living out my Pinterest board dreams. So yeah, fall semester is new and exciting, but right around now-ish, actually, a month and a half or so into the new school year, things start getting a little crazy. Like, the first unit is probably over in all of your classes, and there's more work, and clubs start ramping up, and you get the point. So today's episode is basically about how to calm that pumpkin spice panic, if you will. So number one, your sleep schedule. I promise that is not where it should be. How do I know? Because mine isn't. So especially when things start piling up, you just go to bed later and later, and that literally just has to be fixed. Otherwise, you're going to have your mid-year slump in October. So some tips for that. Go to bed early, then wake up early. And if you want to rip the Band-Aid off, then one night you're just not going to get enough sleep. Like one night you're just going to go to bed late and have to wake up early to fix your schedule and just get it over with on some Friday night if that's how you want to do it. Or even better, like don't shock your whole system, because that won't last for more than like 3 days, speaking from experience, and then you'll be back on your old schedule. Instead, I would push it like earlier by like half an hour for like a week, and then in 1 week you've literally just moved your entire sleep schedule by like 3.5 hours. Like obviously if you don't need to move it that much, like don't, but like you get my point. So number two, something a little more enjoyable, at least for me, your study area, like your desk or whatever. So, okay, I was a firm believer for years that the cuter your desk, the more you're going to want to work there. Like, the more stuff on your desk, basically. So, for like, I can't even remember. For the longest time, I had like every single piece of decor and memorabilia surrounding my desk that I had ever owned or gotten or received or bought from a gift shop, literally ever in my life. And it was so distracting. Oh, side note, I just thought of this. Get off your bed. Okay, I made the change, so you can too. Yeah, I was in my bed all summer, and for the first 2 weeks of school, I was still in my bed, and that's not gonna work. So get back to your desk. Okay. Yeah, what was I saying before I spieled? Oh, that's right. The less on your desk, the better, at least for me. It's so much easier to not be distracted. Like, just get exactly what you need, and that's all that you're surrounded with. Like your folders, your binders, your laptop, your textbooks, I don't know, your pencil pouch, like what else? Your water bottle, I don't know. Like nothing else that's unnecessary should be on your desk, just the bare minimum. And trust me on this, like that will help. Okay, and then number 3, make some good connections. Like you're starting a new school year. You have new teachers. You have new people in your classes. Like you don't have to be super outgoing. You don't have to bake cookies for every single person in every single one of your classes. Just like to talk to someone you haven't before and participate in class. Like just a little. Don't freak yourself out or anything. But just answer a question here or there. You know? Oh, and that brings us to number 4, actually. Ask your teachers and your friends and whoever for help if you need it. Like that's probably the most important thing I'm going to say today. Like just ask your friends, ask your classmates, ask that guy who sits behind you who's somehow done with the lesson and the homework in the first 20 minutes of class. And most importantly, ask your teacher. Like some teachers suck, I can attest to that. For sure, I've had like my fair share of bad teachers, but some of them just can't teach a whole class. Like take it from me, one of my teachers last year was so good at teaching in a one-on-one session, but she literally couldn't lecture for the life of her. So just ask some questions. Okay, don't get stuck or left behind because you didn't ask. Okay, and then this next one is gonna be a quick one. Drink water. And I literally can't even talk about this for more than the 2 words I literally just said because I am so guilty of not drinking water. I would be such a hypocrite if I sat here and told you how important it is to drink water and to stay hydrated because I am so bad at it. I just forget and I just don't drink water. Okay, and then, oh, what number are we at now? 6? 7? 5? No, I don't think 5. I think 6. Okay, we're gonna go with 6. Enjoy the fall semester. Don't take it lightly, like don't like fail. But like trust me, like when you're at the end of April, you're gonna look back and be like, why did I not actually enjoy it? Like personally, it's so fun to like romanticize it. Like just light a candle and put on your favorite music. Unless you're like me and you can't light a candle because you're scared you're gonna burn the house down. You know, and just like embrace the fall spirit. It doesn't hurt, especially you're gonna be like studying and working a lot. Like just make it enjoyable for yourself. Which brings me to 7, 8, 7. Guys, why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Oh my god, I'm so funny. Yeah, I'm also really good at math because clearly I can remember exactly what number we're on. Make a playlist to study to. I am not kidding. My study playlist, so good. Locks me in. It does not matter what it is, but make sure it's something you don't listen to when you're not studying. Like make it unique. And like train yourself to only play it when you start studying. It's like an automatic like switch. Like it's quite literally Pavlov's dog experiment all over again, if you know what I'm talking about. Trust me on this one. Preferably something without lyrics, but that's up to you. Mine is all instrumental Taylor Swift. Are we even surprised? It's so great because it's not like random lo-fi beats. Like I know what it is, but I'm not like singing along. So yeah, that brings me to 8. 8, okay. 8 is great. Let's just go with 8. Organization and planning. But I'm actually not going to talk about this super heavily because there may or may not be a little episode coming out soon. I won't give away too much, but just be on the lookout for that. So just in general, stay organized. And that goes for your online files, for your papers, and your due dates. Have a calendar or a planner, nothing fancy, just something so you don't forget that AP World map assignment that's due on a Monday that half my class forgot to do. True story, yes. And when I say online files, I mean get that mess of Google Drive organized. Save yourself time. No more untitled docs, okay? Make some folders, color code them if you want, and delete those like random 3rd grade writings, or you can properly categorize it like I have, so that one day you can go back and read your 3rd grade self's thoughts. This is a true story, by the way. I still have this specific document, and I'm going to share a little excerpt for you all. And no, I am not kidding. This is completely real. The woman was looking around. Soon, she was at the street where her house was. Her house was not there. That's it. Like, I mean, like there's more, but that's the beginning. So I hope that gives you a wonderful idea of what my narrative skills were like in 3rd grade. And just for some perspective, this is written in the most obnoxiously magenta purple color I've ever seen. And it's like a heavy, like cursive, like font. Like I'm pretty sure it's bolded at like size like 24 or something. So moral of the story, if you want to look back like I do and reminisce about the time cursive magenta 24-point font was acceptable to turn in as your narrative, unlike the MLA format, which has drained all personality from my essays today, get your Google Drive together. And on that cheery note, thank you for listening to Paneer and Pancakes, where we explore the unique journey of a dual-cultured teen. Don't forget to subscribe and review us on Spotify and YouTube, and follow us on Instagram for updates and more content. So thanks for tuning in today, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Okay, so I wanted to include this. It's a special shout out to my mom. She was helping me brainstorm for ideas for this episode, like name ideas. And I just kind of told her what I was gonna like talk about, just a little overview. And she sent me some suggestions because I was telling her I don't know what to name it. And these are some of the ones that I had to like shoot down very politely but very firmly. But I told her I would include them at the very end. No, these are not made up. And yes, these are real suggestions. Okay, here we go. Number 1, high school pom-pom. And pom-pom, each one of the poms, stands for planning, organization, and management. Okay. Number 2, fall management. Straight to the point. Fall management, you get the point. Number 3, plan in fall to not fail. Okay. Number 4, stand tall and don't fall. And alternatively, number 5, stand tall and don't fall in fall. Yes, very good. I know. And I saved the best for last. Her self-proclaimed haiku. This is not a haiku. This does not follow the 5-7-5 structure, I promise you. But this is her self-proclaimed haiku for the finale. Let's see if I can get through this without like bursting into laughter. And this is, I'm not making this up. I swear she actually texted me this and she literally sent me this and she's like, do you want to like include this in your episode? And I said, maybe. And here we are. Okay. Says my mom, dance with pom-pom. You don't live in a rom-com. You don't want to you don't want to bomb. So pom-pom. So I hope you enjoyed that, Liz. I have to go now and I have to do something else so that I don't sit here and just laugh. Bye guys. Come back for another episode next week.